What up guys? Hope everyone is doing well. We all know what happened with Netflix. The beloved creators are gone and they didn't even leave on good terms. Netflix wanted to go one way, Mike and Brian wanted to go another way. It's sad to see because I feel like this has happened before. But we don't talk about that. I mean, what movie? There's no movie. I don't know what you're talking about. But actually I was right. Sort of. A while ago I made a video saying, yo, this might be bad. And guess what? It might be bad. Of course, we won't know till it truly comes out. But I mean, come on. The creators left on bad terms. It's not a good sign for a remake. Anyways, in this video, I wanted to list a few things that maybe could have been done instead of going this Netflix route to expand the Avatar universe. Especially now that so many people have discovered it thanks to it being on Netflix. I guess Netflix did do something right. Animate the comics. If you guys don't know, they are still releasing Last Airbender comics to this day. Brand new Avatar content in 2020. I know it's crazy to hear, but it's real. The comics have been steadily releasing every year since the show ended. And then in 2012 as well, we got Legend of Korra. Regardless of people's opinion on the show, I think it was a nice expansion to the universe, and the comics could have done the same thing, and more. As it directly shows what happens to Zuko's mother, what happened to Azula afterwards, how Republic City began to form, Toph finding her dad, and so much more, all in these comics. If these could be animated, that would have been amazing. And the amount of content here is outstanding. There are currently 6 comics with 3 parts each, and 2 more comics coming in 2020 and in 2021. The content just doesn't stop. What else they could have done instead of going the Netflix route could have been a new show with a new Avatar, but this time before Aang. Korra was after Aang, and I think it would be interesting to see a world way in the past. Similar to how they did the Kyoshi novel, a story about an old Avatar would be so interesting. I mean, we've seen avatars from all the nations, air and water with Aang and Korra, and then fire and earth with Roku and Kyoshi. So really, any avatar could have worked, and I think really people would have loved this. Expanding on the lore without stretching too much into the future. 3 or 4 seasons of this new show could have kept people hooked for years. And the final thing they could have done instead of this Netflix is just do nothing.
What do we need to do to get out of the kelp forest?
Nothing.
Now, I know it's kind of controversial to say that, but instead of doing what they just did, they could have just done nothing. The show is done, and the comics are still coming out. Why keep milking it when its satisfying ending happened years ago? Yeah, people didn't like Korra, but I think it ended at least pretty nicely. And that actually has comics too to flesh out those bits that didn't feel right at the end. Leave a legacy where it is, let it go as one of the greats. You know, as Harvey Dent said in The Dark Knight,
you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Look.
And we don't want to see Last Airbender become a villain. Of course, I do really want to see some new Avatar stuff, but I would rather have nothing than whatever it was that made Mike and Brian leave Netflix. That must have been bad. But yeah, those are the 3 things I think that could have been done instead of this Netflix thing. Animate the comics, a new Avatar show, or just done nothing. But hindsight is 2020, and whatever's happened, happened. Netflix has the license and they're going to make the show regardless, I think. And of course, there's no way to know if the Netflix show is going to be bad. Yes, they deviated from what the creators really wanted, but who knows? Maybe they could do the show justice and introduce some really cool things in this live-action remake. I'm not setting my expectations too high, otherwise I'm going to be disappointed, but I'm still looking forward and seeing what they can do at Netflix. Hopefully Mike and Brian can focus their efforts elsewhere, and we can all just expand the Avatar universe together. But I think I'll end the video there. Let me know if you agree with these 3 things, or what you guys think that maybe they should have done instead of this Netflix. But my name is Rohan. Make sure to subscribe for everything Avatar, and until next time.
Driving solo, I'm just swerving through my ends. When I'm sober, I just don't like who I am. Roll me up a 4 and I feel like myself again. Roll me up some dope and I feel like myself again.